Good morning, everybody. We got a new video for you right here at the Wallace Farm and Sawmill, and today, well, I don't know what all we're getting into today. Stick around and you guys can find out with us. But no, for real, one of the first things we are taking care of this morning, we are organizing the log yard. There's a little organization right over here happening. But back behind me, there are some 20-footers that are all over the place, and we've been moving them around. Now, also, guys, I'm going to give you a little update on the sawmill. We got the CIRCLE sawmill specifically. We got some big upgrades and fixings and things have happened over there over the weekend.
A lot of cleaning. We
didn't even expect to get as much done, the cleaning that we did. It happened. We had the pump truck come out. Wasn't able to pump any of that dust out, but he pumped all of the water out, which made us be able to get down in the pit and dig it out. So we had a lot of help with that, doing the digging. One guy in particular did most of the digging.
He did.
And he was really good at it. But I helped a little bit. Brittany helped a little bit. Even Aiden got down in the pit and helped a little bit. But I'm going to take you over there and show you that in a moment. But first thing, I've got to organize these 20-foot logs that are all back behind me here because they're just getting out of hand. So one in particular behind me is too big to move whole. It's huge. So I'm going to cut it in half to two 10-footers. And then I'm gonna move it around. But let's get to work.
That was one heck of a log. It is actually over 30 inches on the little end down there. And it is, I think it's a 20-foot log. So that's a big log. The Kubota was not having it. So we had to cut it in half. Now I think it'll be able to pick it up. Much easier. Now let's go do some organization out here in the log yard. Look how much cleaner this is. Looks like a different place. We found a new storage place for some logs. These are some nice 20-foot logs right here too, but the tractor was able to pick them up and get them carried over here. Check it out from this way. If you remember, the sawdust pile was all right in here, really up high. And then all the rest of those long logs were here, and the other logs, the hardwood logs that were going to be turning into firewood, Tyler took them and stacked them right over here. He said we could put our firewood splitter up right under this tree in the shade and get us some firewood going for the winter. That is a monster. Those two logs will make a lot of great siding for the side of our new addition, which is about time to get that started. Did get the house wrapped over the weekend and got all the windows put in. We'll have to take you guys over there a little bit later and show you that. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pick this one up or not. It looks like another big one. It's not quite as big as that last one was. This log will go over here into the hardwood pile. Had all the pine stacked on that side. Need to do a little bush hogging around here. They're as tall as me. I don't think anybody's wanted to get on the lawnmower or the bush hog lately because it has been so dry and that will kill your sinuses. Got another big boy here on the tractor. It's another pine log. It looks about 20 foot long. One more pine log left in front of the old loader.
Kind of hard to tell, but that is some piles. Big, huge pile through there. Huge pile over here. All came out from under the sawmill. We're going to use the excavator to reach in here as far as it will and back drag all of that out into the open. We'll probably put the bucket on the tractor and scoop it out and send it on its merry way out of our way, because currently right here, this is in our way. We're going to use the excavator and try to clean up all that sawdust that we dug out, get it drug out here to the front, probably put the bucket on the tractor, see if we can get most of it dug out here so that we don't have to do a whole lot of hand manual labor of shoveling. We've done plenty of that already.
For sure. Even a chicken came to help out. So we just had an idea. Tyler started to scoop it out, and we thought, why would we scoop it out, put it in the road, then have to scoop it again? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab the dump trailer. We're gonna get this unhooked from where we went and got hay the other day, hook up the dump trailer, and then just scoop it, put it in there, take it wherever we need it, and dump it out that way. Just got it hooked up. I'm gonna ride back here. We're gonna head over to the CIRCLE mill so we can put those old shavings right in here. We'll see if we can back up a little bit for it. There. Now we can get those all dumped in there, and we don't have to do it twice. If you follow us on our Instagram, you can go and see the picture of John yesterday laying in this cool sawdust. I had to put in a picture right here so you guys can see it, but he loved it. He was laying right on his belly. He was staying cool. Oh, what a terrible noise. Check it out. Here's some of the old chain that came off of the chain drag system. Found some more of that chain. I'm gonna go ahead and get it all scraped out of here so we can get it all going at one time. There's concrete under there, it was hidden. And there's a nice platform right here that was hidden. That was actually a lot of sawdust that I did not realize was in there.
Full dump trailer load.
Yeah, it's full out there. Got most of the pile on that side of the sawmill. Now he's gonna work on this little pile right here. The horses have met each other for the first time out there, and everybody seems to be getting along nice. Excavator has turned out to be a lot more handy than I ever could imagine it being around here, around the farm. Around these sawmills, it has just turned out to be excellent. Saves you a lot of time and a lot of wear and tear on your own body, for sure.
All right, guys, we have cleaned out a bunch under here. It's really brought back an appreciation for what I already have with my CIRCLE sawmill. I mean, it's just been sitting neglected, and some bits and pieces have needed fixing. And we're finally taking that time to do those things, and
Feels good.
It does feel good. It feels good to get over here and saw. The main thing that has stopped us from using it has been the pit being overdone the way it was, and then this trying to figure out what we're going to do with the sawdust chain. And we may try a couple different things. Now, one of the options that I want to explore is getting a sawdust blower instead of going with a chain or something mechanical. Maybe the dust blower. Sometimes blowers get clogged up, but anyway, I got to figure out what's a big enough blower, because we have a 2-horse running the bandsaw mill, and of course this makes a little more sawdust over here and some bigger chunks get down there. So we got to take that in consideration. 2-horse single phase over there. The next step up, like if you just go through steps, the next step up would be like a 3-horse 230 volt, you know, like almost like a welder plug style, you know, like a bigger motor with more pulling power. I don't know if that would be enough or not. I did find a guy locally that had one I could get and try. Maybe I don't know if a 3-horse is probably light. There's a guy that's got a YouTube channel out there that he's got one set up on a 5-horsepower motor, like an engine, and he runs his off of that, but he's got a blower, so he runs the blower off that 5-horse motor, and it runs pretty good. I wouldn't mind doing something like that myself, but I got to find a blower, and they're just not readily available. I've called some CIRCLE Sawmill companies particularly, and you don't want to buy a blower from a CIRCLE Sawmill company because they want about $4,500 for a blower. I'm not paying $4,500 for a blower. That's just.
We didn't even pay that for the sawmill.
No. it was in bolts and pieces.
It was in pieces.
But still, it just doesn't. There's no point in paying that much for one. We got to figure out something. I'm looking right now, guys, and you can comment down below because the solution is not going to be done when this video comes out. So, anyone in the North Mississippi area, if you have a grain auger you'd like to get rid of for a decent price, I'm looking. Don't mind traveling all over North Mississippi, you know. Also, maybe even some type of barn sweep elevator, something we could convert to pull the dust out. That wouldn't be bad. Or if you have a big blower that I could hook a little engine on or something, that would be cool. So comment down below, or just check the description, find our email, and reach out through email if you are in the North Mississippi area and you think you might have a solution that we could purchase from you. I really wouldn't mind trying a grain auger. And a grain auger is like in a tube. It's got an auger inside, and you slide that down there, open up the infoot of the auger, and it spins, and the sawdust would just worm its way out. That wouldn't be a bad option. I've seen those. That would be pretty cool. So, but we are getting really clean. The pit's done. I'm going to take you under here. I'm going to show you something that we did yesterday. I got to go get 2 new bolts. I didn't have quite the length I needed for the lock nuts to engage. But I found one of my issues with my drive. I thought about doing a different drive system, hydraulic. But then I found the problem with mine, and now I think that solution may be done. So let me show you. So I thought I had a shaft bent, guys. That was really what I thought was going on. But if you look right here, do you see those 2 shiny grade 8 bolts that are new there? We didn't have a bent shaft. It was actually just this bearing was flopping around. It was loose. Hate to admit it, but we thought we had a problem that we really just didn't have. One thing I want to do, this is just a piece of wood right here. This piece of shaft, my grandfather had it this way. It's ran this way for years, but he never put he has a bearing here, and there's a bearing over there. But he never put a bearing on this side. So what I plan to do, I'm going to take this piece of wood out right here, and I'm going to weld a table over to here, and then put a gusset up and a gusset up to hold that. And I'm going to put another shaft or bearing on the shaft out here, and make that thing ride and mesh even better than it does now. It does mesh better now, and now that I bolted it down, well, it doesn't skip no more. Hey, look, Brett.
I see you down there.
Yeah, but I think this was his idea behind the pit being so deep. But in truth, guys, if the pit would have been like, yay deep right here, been plenty. But wait a minute, it goes way down there. So we're going to backfill this, maybe even go get a load this afternoon, because we got some rain coming in a couple days. And with all the dust out, it really wouldn't be a problem, even if it got wet. Because you know why, Brett?
We just suck it back out?
We would just pump it out we have a pump over there. Without the debris being in here, it's nowhere near the problem that it was before. So anyway, are you glad we found the solution to the quote-unquote vent shaft?
Yeah, I am. And I think cleaning the sawdust pit out, you were able to get under there and actually figure out what was going on with the shaft.
Hey, look, you can run the mill, and I'll just get this view right here. You ready?
That would be scary.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
That's a little dangerous.
Well, guys, we are winding down to the end of this one. Big clean out today. Yeah, we had an entire load of composted wet sawdust.
That's crazy. I did not know that much sawdust.
I'm thinking about just taking this straight to the garden. I think it would be just fine to turn it in and let that sit in the garden all winter long.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be pretty good. Well, that is going to do it for today's video, guys, because guess what? We're getting pretty clean around here, and we are one step closer to creating some videos over here and sawing back on the CIRCLE sawmill. It's actually super in sight now. It's not so far away.
Yeah.
If I could just figure out the system of which I'm going to get my sawdust out in the next couple days, maybe. I mean, reality is we could be sawing here this week. I mean, yeah, end of this week or first of next week if we can get that.
Find something.
If we can find something. So if you do have something, hit that email down below. That will do it for today's video, guys. We got to move some logs. We're organizing around here, cleaning up all this area. The next step, we're going to backfill this whole back area in clay gravel and pack it. Maybe put a little light touch of gravel on top of that and pack it in. Goal is to have more access to this property over here because we need to be able to, we'll just utilize more of this property, and we've not been utilizing this area. That's why I stacked the logs over there. We're about to start utilizing more of this area. Big stack of oak logs right back here. They are trash oak logs that just never got gone through. We're going to turn those into firewood. Recommendations down below for a good budget-friendly firewood splitter. We need a splitter. Need a wood splitter. Anybody want to see Miss Britt run the wood splitter? Comment down below. Give us a good idea on which type splitter to get. We're about to get fired up on that because the new room addition is getting a wood heater in it. Why would we not have one? We need one. You know, we got plenty of access to wood around here.
Yep.
Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Totally free right here on YouTube. You help us out. We appreciate you guys. Patreon is in a link in the description below. Also, our
Instagram page. You can go see our puppy over there. He laid in the sawdust.
Yeah, John loved laying in that cold, wet sawdust as it came up out of that pit. Actually funny. Check it out over on Instagram. Until next time, guys.
See ya.
Bam.